What's up, fam? We got a few minutes left on here. Enough time, anyway, to do what we are here to do. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Like, these crickets are on one. There's a squirrel above me in the tree, just sitting there chilling. I didn't even know he was there. But I would love for a squirrel to get close enough to me to where I could pet it. I don't think I don't, look, no, that's not him. That's part of the tree stuff. I thought that was the thing. But okay. Spirit wants to let us know that we have energies monitoring our connection. Just like that squirrel was kind of sitting there monitoring me is what it felt like. So you got some energies monitoring a connection. It says, there you go. It's a little closer to me. It says, don't nag or ask twice, right? Because at the end of the day, you can have people sent to attack a connection or a relationship, but ultimately, he's a little bit closer now. Ultimately, it's up to the people involved in it, right? They have the last say. And if they are mindful of their energies and do the work to elevate their frequency. He just darted off. Wanted to make sure I didn't touch him. Just like collective, we chose to do the work, but you got some people out there that don't want to look in the mirror. It's a little bit too painful for them, you know. And if there's someone operating in a low vibration within the connection, that can throw everything off, right? That's why Spirit says, don't nag or ask twice. This person can be in alignment with you, but it's their choice at the end of the day, right? So once you ask once, don't ask again. Don't ask again. So that's why this relationship in this 999 portal is about to end. This karmic relationship, the 99 portal. One of the main themes was that of ending karmic relationships or karmic situations, endings to those. If you want to be freed from that, the 99 portal can provide you with that. You know, Spirit says go into the dimensional gateway to protect your aura when interacting with people. So, and I forgot to read this card. This card came out before that when it says respect the integrity of the inner voice, of your inner voice, and heed the guidance. The effect is a transformative one. And you may have been guided for a very long time to stop nagging or asking twice, to walk away from this situation, as the person that you are dealing with is not equally yoked, so they don't have the tools that you have to be able to overcome any external energies. But you have your visualization rituals of visualizations of going into the dimensional gateway, going to of astral traveling and daydreaming, even to these cosmic places where you can, because I'm imagining myself in the dimensional gateway now, and I feel the love, I feel the protection, I feel the covering, I feel the groundedness that's there. And the last reading did speak about being present and grounding your energy, and I'm feeling all of that, you know. And you got to respect the integrity of the inner voice and heed its guidance, right? Look, love is looking for you, and it's perhaps in that dimensional gateway that you're able to receive that love, raise your frequency, so that you can magnetize that community, that energy towards you. Things are about to intensify. You know, I even have my clear quartz here, and praying with this is supposed to amplify your prayers times 10. You know, But Spirit wants you to know that love is looking for you. Yes, this previous connection energies are monitoring this connection. You may have to walk away because you're having to nag and ask twice in regards to this relationship and the things that you know you need. That you're not settling for anything less. And you have to respect the integrity of your inner voice, knowing because you know what you need. And so you're going into this dimensional gateway to get the strength that you need to walk away. And in doing that, you're going to be attracting the love of your life, the love that is going to fulfill your heart's desire, your community and family and friends or whatever that's going to help you. Period. You are the most important thing in your reality. You're putting yourself first, no longer waiting. Wow, look at that. Ancestors in there. Literally was speaking about the ancestors in the last connection and how I was guided to bring my notebook that had a list of my ancestors that I wrote down, as many that I could find out or know. It's not a lot, but all that I could get information on, I was able to, I wrote them down, passed on ancestors. And I venerated them, if that's the right word. Honored them, gave them honor. And I want to incorporate that more into my daily life. I used to do it all the time when I used to practice E5. But I kind of fell back on that. And, look at the previous read if you want to go deeper into, what made me pull this out, what inspired it, the movie I watched yesterday that inspired this, and how it was in alignment with a lot of the information I got today on this 999 portal day that I was completely pretty much kind of oblivious to. And speaking of, I woke up to do sun gazing this morning, and I turned around and saw the full moon, just full, clear, in all its glory, in the brightness of the the sunrise, during the sunrise. And so I got it on video. I'm gonna upload it. But it says, just say I love. It says love is looking for you. And it says here, just say I love. Even on those things that you feel that, maybe you had problems with when it comes to like laundry. I love doing laundry, even though it's something that in the previous paradigm you couldn't stand. In your previous energy, you couldn't stand, but we're no longer, it's the completion to the old you, and you're stepping into your new energy. But it's just like doing something you hear, maybe like public speaking or whatever. We're reprogramming our mind and shifting into a new paradigm. Okay? Because it says, bottom of the deck, not having an example is the example. Okay? What you wanted in regards to people supporting you, you know what you wanted. So become that. The last read spoke about two, 3 different cards came out. There's a war between who you are and who you're becoming. And the card underneath that came out, it says, you're no longer becoming, you have become. Right? You are the person you've been looking for. And even in the first read that accidentally got cut off, right as it cut off, there was a card that kind of spoke to that same energy. You are who you've been looking for. It's been within you the whole time. And there's about to be a completion to the blockages that prevented you from seeing that. Okay, be the change. Be the example. Be the change you want to see. Like it says, have faith in everything you believe about yourself. Have faith in everything you know about yourself. And you know that you have the power to alchemize negative energy. Okay? To overcome, to be wealthy, to heal, to lead. Okay? Let's get clarity on energies monitoring this connection. And don't ask or don't nag or ask twice. Because once you ask more than once, you're pretty much nagging. Wow. So we got 2 cards came out. They're in succession of each other, 56 to 57. One is the healing crisis and purging, and the leap of faith to clarify the energies monitoring this connection. Okay? The energy monitoring this connection, it says the polarity, conflicts, healing. Okay? Energy's trying to prevent healing. It says volatile times containing many miracles, though. Right? And transformation. Time of great resistance. You got these energies trying to come against you, make you feel like you're not worthy. It says in a time of great resistance, magic happens. Right? Forced to surrender to energy. Okay, you may have been forced to surrender to this energy for a while, but no more. We're no longer nagging or asking twice. We're respecting the integrity of our inner voice and heeding its guidance. We're stepping into the dimensional gateway, calling in protection and covering to help guide us through this transformation. It says forced to surrender to energy, guiding the transformation. Exactly. And the energy that's guiding this transformation is our inner voice, learning to love ourselves, to forgive ourselves. Powerful card of transformation. Let go, follow the flow. Don't resist the change or the growth. And that was literally what being in the present speaks about. It's just being in the energy of flow and surrendering. That was like one of the key points in the reads that I saw today as well. It says, even if you think it'll take you where you don't want to go, it may take you where you need to go. Okay, this connection, this karmic energy was like the final boss battle type energy. It took you where you didn't want to go, but it was where you needed to go to round out the last stage, the last test. And then we have leap of faith. Okay, so it's a healing crisis that you purged. These monitoring, the energies monitoring this connection forced you into a healing crisis, and you purged, right? It was great resistance, but magic happened. You really turned into that alchemist. And then we have leap of faith here. It says integrate polarity and transform as species and leap into the unknown where labels good, bad, not knowing how to label doesn't leave you insecure or confused. You're going to simply be with things as they are. And like I have a card that says there's no such thing as good or bad, just more or less aligned. Right? So that removes insecurity or confusion. Is it more or less aligned with who you are? And we can move accordingly. It says simply be with things as they are as we do our consciousness transformation. As we do our consciousness, as we just be with things as they are, our consciousness transforms and heals once and for all. The healing crises and purging. Remember, it says to go with the flow. Surrender. You're forced to, in this healing crisis, you're forced to surrender to the energy that guides transformation and to help you to heal once and for all. It says leap even when you can't see the destination clearly, because remember, like it says, it'll take you, even though it may seem it's taking you where you don't want to go, it's where you need to go. Right? It says leap even though you can't see the destination clearly. Just get going, like the last reading spoke about. Even when you just can't see the destination clearly, unexpected and miraculous transformation happen. You cannot anticipate with a logical mind as possible. Unexpected miracles that, what is it? Transforming. Unexpected miracles and transformations that you cannot anticipate with the logical mind become possible. 2 readings ago, the first card out was believe in the impossible. Right? Believe in the impossible. And it's only impossible because the logical mind doesn't have the ability to put together the greatness and that is going to come when you take that leap of faith. It says a high degree of fear might be a sign that the leap is what is needed to move you to that next step in evolution. So don't let a high degree of fear make you feel like, oh, well, that means I don't need to go. No, that may be the sign that this is the leap that you need in order to make that major evolution. So I think I'm going to end it right there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion, family. Let's get one Akashic Records card. Grounding. Okay? And then gratitude. Grounding and gratitude. You're being asked to ground yourself, to be in the present moment, to flow. Remember, surrender to the energies. You've been spending too much time in your head trying to figure it out. Remember, the logical mind can't even conceive the unexpected miracles and transformations that can happen when you just flow. Alright, so spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside, plant your feet on the ground, and enjoy the centering feeling that this brings. Say Ashe, and be in the energy of gratitude in the present moment. Grounding requires you to be present. Gratitude requires you to be in the present moment. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. This is the darkest of situations when it comes to this healing crises and purging. Remember, the polarity conflicts. This is the polarity that conflicts healing. Try to come against healing. Even in the darkest time, there's something you can find to be grateful for. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you are thankful for. Remember that in the times of great resistance, magic happens. This is a powerful card of transformation. This is a powerful time of transformation. Respect the integrity of the inner voice and heed its guidance. Your ancestors are guiding you through your inner voice. So listen. You are the most important thing in your reality. And you need to have faith in everything you know about yourself. Know that love is looking for you. And love is going to protect you and cover you. Okay? So again, reprogram your mind on those things that you may fear. Maybe like if you fear public speaking, reprogram your mind by saying, I love public speaking. You hate doing laundry. I love doing laundry. It brings me so much joy. That's another way of being in the present moment, right? And visualizing what it is that you want and the desired outcome. Wondering what that was. It looked like a big ass bug. But anyway, all right, family. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, and fashion. It's a person over there just sitting down. I don't know if he can hear me. Hopefully he can't hear me. But anyway, love you all. And until next time.